Actually, no humanity. I mean, you have no humanity. If you have if a man who's dying, and you're using him for political punchlines on talk radio, and also in audiences in Alabama. And by the way, for people watching at home, if you're an audience and John McCain's getting attacked and he's fighting for his life, all right, unless you were raised in a barn, keep your mouth shut, all right? Show a little respect, show a little dignity, show a little class. Go ahead.
Well, it shows the extent of the nature of the party now that that's not what happens when John McCain gets mentioned at rallies by the president and his supporters.
They boo.
Yeah.
Like who raised them? Who raised these people? Because I guarantee you, I was raised in the same region, in the same socioeconomic background, going to the same Southern Baptist churches, going to the same public schools, going to the same public colleges, state schools that these people went to. So why ask? Who raised these people? Who have they become that they would boo a man who is fighting for his very life?
And has served the country for
and
decades.
has served this country in uniform, who is a prisoner of war
for this country,
who was actually told, you know what? You can be released from prison because your father's really powerful. He's a powerful man. And so just walk out of the prison, go home. You can be reunited with your family. We'll stop beating you. We'll stop putting scars on your back. Go home. You will be freed. And John McCain said, for those of you booing John McCain right now and are too ignorant to read a book, John McCain said, no, I'm not going to go home until all my men go home with me. You should keep your mouth shut, and you should go home, and you should talk to your children, and you should tell the story of John McCain to your children, a man who served his country in uniform when he could have done what Donald Trump did. He could have avoided the draft. His father was one of the most powerful men in America. He could have stayed home like Donald Trump, and he could have chased models. But John McCain wanted to serve his country. And you know what? Even serving his country, when he put the uniform on, John McCain could have hid behind enemy lines. But you know what he wanted to do? He wanted to fight communism. And so he flew mission after mission after mission into North Vietnam. And when he got shot down, and when he got beaten, and when he got abused, to such a degree that the man can't even raise his arms up to his shoulders, he got thrown in prison, and he refused to leave. Because John McCain said, I will not go until every one of my men go with me. Do you have the character to do that? Well, actually, if you've booed John McCain, you've already answered that question. Someone has failed you in your life, and you need to examine that. If you still go to church, you need to pray for yourself this Sunday morning in church. And then when you get your head screwed on right, and you start putting humanity ahead of politics, against of stupidity, against of the tribalism that is destroying this country, then go home and tell your children the story of John McCain and what he did when things got tough, and how he put others ahead of himself, ahead of his safety, even ahead of his freedom, ahead of his life. And if you can teach your children that lesson, maybe they will grow up to have a little more character than you. And if that is the case, then maybe there will be hope for this country yet. We'll be right back. Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.